social workers.
What I find funny, I've been thinking this for a while now, but what are all those anti-vaxxers gonna do when we finally
Dude.
get a COVID vaccine?
Oh, dude. I have heard.
What are they
I've
gonna
read.
do? What are they gonna do?
I've read posts saying like they are not going to vaccinate their kids.
Of course.
So, okay, anti-vaxxers. Okay.
Funny enough, not all of them are right wing either.
Like I've been
Most.
thinking about this for like a good 6 months at this
Yeah,
point.
some of them are like weird ass hippies too. They don't want
Ever since March.
Most anti-vaxxers, like if you had to separate them into political groups, most of them are the hippie type.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
As a matter of fact,
definitely
I'm still tripping out that Jim Carrey is actually an anti-vaxxer.
No, he did take back those words. So he
Did he?
Saying that. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Because
That
he
always
also mentioned take cat and everything. I
Because
regret
ever
my
since-
words. I take it back.
Yeah, because ever since he came out about that, it's always bothered me. It's like I like, granted, like the only 2 movies that I truly like of his are the Ace Ventura movies. Like I've always liked him as a comedian, so like hearing that he was an anti-vaxxer kind of just like didn't sit right with me.
I mean, Jim Carrey's a good actor, especially if you talk early '90s Jim Carrey. But
in living color.
Yeah,
Truman Show, Truman Show is really good too. If you ever,
Yeah, Truman Show is probably
Yeah,
his best thing. quite honestly.
that's probably his own non-comedy thing that I actually like.
It's still
He did like a HBO show, I think, where he's like it was a pretty serious stuff, and I heard that guy the ratings too. He's also a producer now too, so good on him.
I also have a guilty pleasure for the Cable Guy.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Cable Guy's legit good.
Yeah,
I don't know, maybe
Yeah,
I'm probably the
it's-
minority
it's
that
a-
actually like the mask.
No, you're not in a minority for that
Yeah, the
one.
mask was alright.
It's not the greatest, but it's a fun movie.
It's just weird, all the weird musical numbers they have. And I hate musicals. It just took it a weird way.
Trying to think here.
Oh, me, myself, and Irene.
Dumb and Dumber is okay. That's dumb fun.
Literally.
9 seconds, Bella.
Sure. Thanks for reminding me.
Mm-hmm.
The shot was already done. I just didn't hit it. Okay, let's see if I did it. Okay, that's a perfect shot. So, I'm just gonna spin right here, and that's what we call doing a super bat shot. So you can do that. If it lands on the green, it'll back up like that. So something to consider in the future, Calamity. So
Golf balls do not work like that.
yeah,
they do
that's
not.
why. No, they do not. That's why this game is still superior than Mario Golf.
Captain Tsubasa can do that with the soccer balls. You can do it in video games.
we still talking about that Captain Tsubasa game, are we?
No, I'm talking about Captain Tsubasa in general, the anime.
Yeah,
Anime,
but
oh,
that
overlap with
but that
exaggerated
video
stuff.
game, when they put it into motion, is just ridiculous.
The best one is
kick-
the one where the guy jumps on top of the ball and then kicks it with his back foot while he's standing on it, and then the ball like he propels along the pitch, standing on top of the ball.
Yes.
Yes, I
And
remember that from the original
back.
series. Yep.
Okay, this tree is gonna is a pain, so you might want to aim a little bit to the left or right, and just like how you're hitting down or up on the D-pad, you could do that with the D-pad hitting left or right. In this case, if you're going to aim a little bit towards the left, press down on the D-pad and that'll curve your shot. Hopefully that'll get you around the ball, around the tree, so that you can get on the green a little bit better.
All right. Yes.
Or hit over the tree, so.
Going over it was also an option.
Yeah, but sometimes
Well,
I
the tree
would.
did help lower the power of that shot, though, guys. A lot of extra power.
I don't think he hit the tree though,
Oh.
because you would see the effect rustle,
Oh, okay.
and that didn't happen. But yeah, Captain Tsubasa is ridiculous, that game.
I was gonna say, ISO 21 itself was also pretty ridiculous.
God.
Like, one of the guys ran faster, can only run fast backwards, right?
correct me if I'm wrong, but Captain Tsubasa, is that a Shonen Jump manga or is that someone
No,
else?
it's someone else, but it's definitely one of the most famous sports manga out there.
I honestly don't know.
I'll have to.
I was
Okay.
like if I had
Yeah!
to take a
come
wild
on!
guess, I would guess Shueisha.
Good aim.
Yeah, that was why I was guessing that. It's like it's probably Sueisha.
Let's find
Let's
out.
Actually, it is. Yeah, Sueisha. It's a jump comic.
It is a jump
Mine.
comic, yeah. So many jump ones, it's hard. I can't. It is Shonen Jump. You're right.
It's just super old. Nice shipping.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you know, it's all about
For the
baseball
birdie.
manga and soccer manga.
For the bird.
Sorry,
Downhill.
football manga.
A break to the
Football.
right.
Football, yes. Shonen Jump for like a few months ago was running a rugby manga too, which is kind of random, but hey.
Nice so done.
For the birdie.
Nice birdie. Look at that.
Nice shot.
Yeah, isn't it called
I knew you could do it.
one outs? I think.
No, that's
I think
baseball.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. I know what you're talking about though. My friend tried to give. They already like kind of made an anime adaptation on that one.
Nice
Yeah.
birdie.
I think my friend forced me to watch the first season.
Nice birdie.
It's
Great
okay.
birdie. Just read out.
That's what I got from the first chapter I read when I read it on
Focus.
Shonen Jump. You know, this is okay, but I'm not invested in this.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, it didn't last very long. So.
Not bad.
Funny enough, speaking of like Shonen Jump like sports manga, we actually last week we actually found out there is actually another golf manga running around out there called I think it was
115.
called Robot
It's a
Laser
par
Beam.
three.
It's actually
Seriously, is that
Yeah.
what that is?
yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
Talked
golf.
about it, yeah.
It's actually made by the same person that did Kuroko's Basketball.
Yeah, because it's advertised heavily on the Shonen Jump app.
Yeah,
Like I've seen like they've been advertising the
Alright,
volumes of it
look
pretty heavily on the app.
Okay.
I never would
Yeah.
have guessed it was about golf.
yeah, we were
Without that
looking.
name.
Yeah, like I was saying, it was like it sounds like something completely different.
It only ran for a year,
Yeah, it only ran for a year, so
7 volumes.
but that's enough content to build a story. So
Or even a 13 episode anime if they wanted to.
I just like the name, Robot Laser Beam.
Amazing.
I'm guessing in Japan probably be Robot Cross Laser Beam.
Yeah, it's
They
robot.
love saying cross.
It's robot cross laser.
Good work.
Yeah, I know, but I just like the name. You know, it's funny. I found out that it's because like the main character is nicknamed Robot. Like what? So, I actually thought about creating that character in this game just for kicks, but I haven't gotten around to it yet.
Yeah, it got
See how-
canceled. Apparently, it got canceled.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yes, give it the volume number. Sounds about right.
Because young people don't care about golf.
Amazing.
Good one.
I didn't think young people cared about Go either, but that changed very
And
quickly.
on.
Hikaru no Go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I loved that shit as a kid.
yeah, that was
Yeah, I
also
re-
on the Shonen Jump app as well.
There's
That was one-
There's a lot of other stuff in Hikaru no Go that wasn't just Go though. Like they totally played that up into like battle shit. So I'm
Yeah.
not surprised that was popular. That had its moment in the early 2000s.
first manga I read like once I resubscribed to Shonen Jump after the pandemic hit us. I just resubscribed to Shonen Jump just because I needed shit to read, and I practically read that within like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I think like within like a month's time I went through like
Nice
through like
recovery.
Kuroko's Basketball,
Nice approach.
part of like
Chancey.
Naruto, and like Hikaru no Go. I
Downhill.
basically went through all that
A
in like
break to the left.
like a month. And
Yeah.
that was 6 months ago.
All right. Cold Steel 4 is no longer delayed. It'll ship out. Yay.
Could make a birdie.
I just got to beat my replay of it. Hopefully this week.
Sloping out. A break
Well,
to
you have a
right.
speed up option, so it all works out.
Oh yeah, I'm on the last chapter. Problem is, the further you go on these chapters, the longer it gets, because it's all a build up for 4, which is I think faster paced than 3. It's like 1 was.
Nice
I so got this.
Sweet bird.
birdie.
Nice.
Nice shot.
Just
I
relax.
knew you could. Awesome. Nice shot.
To answer Rob's
Uphill, maybe?
comment in the chat,
Right to
yes,
right.
Shueisha is the Japanese publisher and owner of Shonen Jump. So anything that's published under Shonen Jump is owned by Shueisha. Like Dragon Ball, like Hikaru no Go. You name it, it's under them. Yeah, that happens too.
Yep.
You gotta be careful with the ink lines.
I guess some of these parent companies, Japanese parent companies, mix. Like there's so many big ones out there.
It's all good.
I think Shueisha is the biggest
Sloping up.
one of them all.
A break
so.
to the
Yeah,
left.
Kadokawa is pretty big too, right?
Kadokawa was pretty big, yes.
Kadokawa,
It's like-
Shueisha, and what's the other one? Shogu. Shogakukan?
Shogu. Yeah.
Shogakukan, I think.
I think also Square Enix is up there now. I think they're like not the biggest one, but they're pretty up there now.
Great work.
So
I can't
Let me
believe
get you down.
I know they publish their own line of manga because most
Birdie
people
chance here.
most people wouldn't think this, but like Viz Media may publish
That breaks left.
the manga for Full Metal Alchemist, but that's actually a Square Enix title. So, and
was
Square
gonna
Enix
say-
is big, and Square Enix is big enough that they actually have their own manga label now out here in the West.
I was gonna say Namco Bandai. is a big one, too.
Yeah, but Bandai Namco doesn't publish
A birdie.
in
Nice.
books. Like
Nah, not
They're-
books, but they. I'll just leave my-
Hole 16. It's a par 4.
okay, did
Maybe
anybody?
it's Yazi. Maybe it's Yazi.
Okay, I was gonna say, is that me or is that Yazi? Because Yazi just cut out completely right
Yeah,
there.
because the buzzing started, and then Yazi just sort of faded away into the background. So maybe it's Yazi that's buzzing.
Yeah, Yazi, you're completely silent. We can't even hear you.
I can hear you a little bit, like a tiny little bit.
I know you're talking, but I can't make out your words. At least on my
Oh,
end.
sorry. How about now?
Better.
Better.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I don't know what happened. Because my mic usually doesn't cut off like that.
It might be getting a surge from one of the USBs from connected to your computer.
Yep.
I guess there's nothing else really connected to it, but okay.
That's either
my
a bad
my
power.
All right.
I think this laptop is wearing off. I need to get a new one, but yeah. The thing is, this core's kind of a little sensitive too.
Everybody's cords are sensitive these days. So
All right,
Might
yeah. Let me
wanna
know if my voice sounds off or anything. So.
yeah. Careful, Calamity. That wind is pushing a little bit towards the left, so if you hit it,
Right.
yeah, if you hit it, it might go into the water, so you might want to just be careful there. But yeah, Square Enix is like getting bigger now. Like
Oh yeah.
I mean, like I said, they have their own publishing label and their own translation team now. So,
Yeah, they publish a number of manga.
huh?
Amazing.
Flower Comic
Look
FC.
at it fly.
I don't know.
Flower comics.
Yeah. They were a manga publisher. They may not be around anymore. They were a manga publisher in the 90s.
Hold on, let me.
Oh,
Sh-
Shogakukan.
Oh, Shogakukan, yeah. I just looked it up.
yeah,
Yep.
same here.
No, my
Yeah,
must
he's
sister
got a
has
Flowers magazine, manga magazine. Yep. I
Does
didn't
anybody
heard.
remember broccoli?
Yes.
Broccoli?
Okay, Broccoli.
Beautiful.
Nice shot.
I think
They
they.
brought over the Skya mangas out here.
Yeah, they
Sadly,
did
too-
original. Yeah, they did.
They did card games too. I think like maybe like Aquarian Age or something like that. Was
I
Broccoli?
think so.
Maybe. I know they did all the what was it? The
Nice shot.
like
Okay.
the blue the Galaxy Angel models, which I all bought. So
Yeah, it seems like they kind of became 7 seed, I think. It was, or, I could be wrong though.
okay, let's see if I could spin this
Did
ball
7
in
seeds
there.
exist back then?
No,
Okay.
Apparently,
'Cause,
Bertolli owns 30% of Animate as well.
that sounds
Oh,
about right.
and they own Gamers too. The store, the chain.
For what?
Oh.
Square Enix?
No, Bertolli.
Ah, they're still around?
Yeah, they own they own 30% of Animate, and they own the Gamers. If you've ever heard of that, it's a Japanese like gaming chain, anime, whatever.
I've heard about it. Yeah.
Yeah,
like a
they
lot.
own that too, apparently.
That sounds about right. I've honestly thought they were gone personally, but I guess they're
Got
still
it.
on. Or they probably are, but they probably have just different labels for it.
Sounds about right.
Apparently, all their North American operations, they ceased all of those in the late 2000s. But apparently, they had Bercoli Books and Sync Point here in the States.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I think they own 40. The one I'm looking right here now, but currently for Viz Media, Suecia owns 40% of Viz Media. Shikokiken owns 40% as well, and there's another 20% with that's basically those two called Sukokiken Suecia Productions. So 40-40, which is 80, and another 20, which is 100%. So it's co-owned by those two companies. Learn something new every day. I honestly thought Viz Media was a.
Could make a
American.
birdie.
I thought it was an American company. Yeah,
It
I
probably was
legit.
at
Here,
one point.
maybe?
Focus.
That breaks left.
Because Viz Media has been around since the 80s.
Yeah, like I
It's like-
remember the Dragon Ball comics that they used to publish.
Yeah, because I used to buy comic when I was a kid in the 80s, like 10, 11 years old. I used to buy Viz Media.
Oh, I think in 2000, from what I'm reading here, they were bought out in 2005. That's when it became the current form of Viz Media LLC.
Yeah. Yep.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, because before then, Viz was like, kind of, no one say not that well.
They
Yeah,
were
I-
still
I had-
they were kind of well known, but they weren't that well known.
Well, it used to be
Could
that they were
make
the
a
only
birdie.
ones who did manga here in the States.
Downhill?
And back in
Breaks
those
left.
days, you didn't have the little tank format like you do now. Like they were comic books, like regular comic books.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like I think I have like a whole box worth of like Dragon Ball comics,
You show him.
essentially.
Could
Yeah, like
make
the
a
old
birdie.
school format comic books.
I
Yeah,
knew you could do
Yeah.
it.
like comic books you would think of nowadays were
That
put
breaks
out in that
left.
format.
Yup.
Nowadays, they're takubans.
Yep. So I have, I know I had a bunch of issues of Area 88 that were in the old comic book format. I had, some manga started with an X. I can't remember the name of it. It was like a cyberpunk thing. Had that. And then I had the Gray Digital Target comics, but those weren't like comic books. Those are graphic novel format.
That's far.
Had those, and I want to say they did
Nice.
Crying Freeman as well. And I had those as
That's
well,
correct.
but those were all in graphic novel format also. I don't know when they started doing tanks. That probably was like a early
17.
2000s
It's par
deal
4.
where they started doing tanks.
I don't know. Like I couldn't tell you even if I wanted to. I just don't
Yeah.
know. Please go away. I'm on fire. I hate it when my phone rings and I know it's a scam.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, like it sounds about right. Yeah, this ownership, the way how it's worked out, it's just doesn't work. that kind of blows my mind. I guess that kind of makes it make. I guess that the reason it blows my mind is just because of like that Shonen Jump app, the way how it's structured. It just doesn't scream like a Japanese idea, you know. So, because generally speaking, like I don't know where I read this, but like generally speaking, companies in Japan don't like streaming services or a la carte services like that. Because they can't measure like a return on investment of the on like product. That's like the ongoing thing I've always heard about Japanese companies when it comes to streaming services.
Cool.
Even even manga, digital manga services.
Well, that would explain how getting anime on streaming was like fucking pulling teeth for several years.
Yeah.
Well, no, there's another thing on top of that too, which is that most of the streaming services out here in the United States are actually owned by Americans. So, and the other problem is that they didn't want to actually put their content on those streaming services through some of their companies out here that were basically like kind of like Bandai Entertainment essentially.
Whoops.
They didn't want to put their content on there because they were afraid.
Watch that power
The
gauge.
ongoing stuff that I've heard from people that I've actually talked to in the industry is that the Japanese companies knew streaming was going to be the future and that they were going to make a lot of money off of it. They just didn't want to do it until they were ready. They wanted to make the money on their terms as
Careful
opposed
of your
to
eye.
like letting American companies dictate how they wanted to do it.
Well, I mean, it's all part of the same. It's all part of the same deal, though. It's all part of the same attitude that they have towards streaming. Like,
yeah,
I think it's all. It's all. I don't want to say part and parcel. That's not the right term.
But there's also more detail to.
Well, yeah,
as far as
there's
like
definitely nuance
video
to it. Yeah, but
there's like this. What I'm talking about is generally video streaming, which you can make an argument that there's more money in that than there is manga, even though the entirety of the manga industry eclipses the entirety of the Western comic book industry.
Yeah, like it all comes from the same place, though. It's the same attitude that births all this weirdness. The Japanese companies for the longest time are just they think they can do things the old way and they want to do things their way, but they can't. But that's not the world anymore.
There are some real odd things, even for Netflix in Japan. They have like a lot more anime on there than they do in the US. Like almost all of Gundam and like a lot of Sunrise stuff is actually on Netflix in Japan.
Well, yeah, in different regions, like it's the streaming services are all different because like there's shit that you can see on Netflix Canada that you can't see on the US Netflix.
Oh yeah, especially in licensing.
Beautiful.
Like all the Miyazaki movies outside the US, they're all available on Netflix. But since HBO has the rights to those, you can't watch here on Netflix US. So it's a mess.
So you think this is better Mario Golf, huh?
This is definitely better than Mario Golf, yeah. This is still cartoony and arcadey, but it plays more like real golf than Mario Golf. Mario Golf is just some fucking like hit the ball shit, and that's it, and that's pretty much it. Whereas this game is like if you know golf, like if you know anything about golf, you can use that to your advantage in this game. Whereas I feel like Mario Golf is just a bunch of bullshit.
But there's also but this game also has like some weird bullshit too, where
it does, yeah, but it's not all bullshit like Mario Golf.
Yeah, but there's technique to it. So like when I hit the ball onto the green and I can streak it across the green as well, and I can do like what's it called, when I hit the pin I can actually do homing shots to hit the ball into the goal.
Well, that's what I meant by it's got arcadey stuff like that in it. It's just fun little goofy shit. But I feel like this game has also got more of a foundation in real golf than Mario Golf does.
Like I said, I haven't played Mario Golf since like the GameCube era, so.
I used to play. We used to have Mario Golf tournaments for the 3D. Was it DS or 3DS? It was the 3DS, right? Yeah, 3DS.
There was a 3DS. Yeah.
We used to have Mario Golf tournaments on NeoGaf in the golf thread back in the day.
That sounds awesome.
No, it wasn't, because the same fucking guy would win every single time. Yeah,
Yay.
I'm still in a bunch of discords with that guy too. But man, he used to slaughter everybody at any golf game. He would just beat shit out of everybody. In it.
Question.
He's actually a real. He plays golf like he's actually a decent golfer like in real life apparently.
Question: does he play
Downhill?
this game?
A break to the right.
He has, because I've asked him before in like the because he's in the Fate Grand Order ERA Discord. He's also
You might want to hit a little bit towards the right, Calamity, because you could see the white lines. They're all going to the left, and the speed dictates of like how steep that the curve will be. So.
But yeah, he's in all the sports discords that me and Jello are in. Jello knows him too.
Yeah.
But I've asked him before if he plays this game, and he's like, "Yeah, I've played it." But I don't think he plays.
It's all good.
Okay. It's one of those cases where he'll play it every so often, but
That breaks left.
he doesn't
I think he may
play.
have played it like 4 years ago when it came out, and that was pretty much it.
Damn. Maybe that's a good thing.
Because he just get on here and slaughter all of us.
I mean, Jello does sometimes.
Well, Jello actually he plays this game like he plays. Cause I remember when I first got this game and I posted about it like in IRC. He used to be in IRC with me as well. And he was just like, "Oh, well, let's play," because I played this game. I play a lot.
Here.
And I was like, "I'm not gonna play. You're just gonna crush me." And he's like, "Yeah, probably."
Downhill.
And I just never played online with him. That was pretty much the extent of our conversation about everybody's golf. But now, 4 years later, we play on the stream together. But yeah, he plays a lot of everybody's golf. So. Whereas this other guy Zia, he's just really freaking good at golf games. But like I said, he used to just freaking destroy everybody at Mario Golf.
Damn. If we can get
second or third place, and he would be like 5 or 6 strokes ahead of me. And I was like, God, I'm never gonna beat this guy.
Yeah, I feel that.
Just
I mean, if
relax.
we can consistently get people to play, like
Uphill maybe.
what is it? We have like us
Break to
here,
the right.
4. Soul Road, that's like 6 people so far.
Mm-hmm.
So Jello says he might come out for next week, so that's like 7.
Mm-hmm.
If we can find one more person for Friday, we can have the most epic turf war ever. Like 4 on 4. That would be amazing.
Would Ed be available on Friday?
No, he this week he's working Friday.
Okay, next week then.
Foreign is to join us on Friday. That'd be amazing.
18.
So
It's a par 5.
the dream is to get 10 on 10. So, Yazzie, you're up.
All right.
I might be able to drag a couple other dudes into it, because I think there's another guy I know from one of my other discords that has it. I just don't know if he plays it or not. But I played games with him before, and another dude that I know from baseball discords.
Beautiful.
Great shot.
He may play. I don't know. I'll hit them up and see what they say.
No pressure, all the same. So.
I'm pretty sure Zia won't though, because that dude he has kids. He has like 3 kids, so. Pretty sure that his evenings are pretty much filled with kids.
Catastrophes.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Cool.
I mean, I understand. Like if they can't come, they can't come.
Fridays are a busy day for a lot of people.
Yeah. I mean, Fridays are the reason why. The reason why we put it on Fridays because we have nothing to do. So. And it's not like, and the Friday thing is like kind of special because
Cool.
the only reason I did Friday was just for Ed to teach him more about the game. And the only other times we ever stream on Friday is when Sober wants to play too. So, because Wednesday's is just not a good day for him. So, and it kind of just works out for us on Fridays. So.